Okay, so I've been playing a lot of Among Us lately, and I decided to make this YouTube video because there are a lot of different stereotypes that I've come up with for each Among Us player. Now, of course, I probably haven't gotten every single stereotype, but I'd say I got pretty close. So I'm just gonna go down my little list and show you guys my stereotypes. Now, if you have any extra stereotypes that I didn't get, make sure to comment them down below, and maybe I'll make a sequel to this if you guys really, really like it. So coming in at our first stereotype, we have the funny dude. This is the quote-unquote funny guy who thinks he's so funny because he's just that entitled, that little brat. This is probably the dude that will wear the brown color and put the toilet paper on his head because he thinks poop is funny. This is the kid who just types, "Hey guys, look at me, I'm the poop." And also, like, another one is where they are orange and they have the little sprout on their head and they name themselves Carrot. And I think it's actually kind of funny when someone already took the orange, so they're just there with maybe the blue color or something with a sprout on their head, and it just looks it just looks super stupid. So yeah, that's the funny kid. Coming up next, we have the random Arabic dude. Now, I live in the United States, okay? And when I play Among Us, there's always just this one dude. His name is probably like Muhammad. I see a lot of Ahmeds, and now I'm not racist against this type of stuff, and if your name is Ahmed, I don't care about your name, but it's the most annoying when someone joins into your American server and they say, "I don't know how to speak English," or something like that, and they speak a different language. Like, there are literal dedicated servers to people that speak different languages, yet you choose this one. There is literally that type of server. And I know I sound like a Trump right now, but I'm just speaking my honesty, and I'm telling you, you don't need to be in this server. You won't have a problem if you just join the server with the people that will actually speak your language. And this will benefit you. Like, you will have more fun doing this than trying to understand other people's English language. Next up, we have the smart dude, who's just so entitled and so quote-unquote smart that he just completely takes the role of detective in Among Us, and he just says, like, whatever comes up in his mind first, like, "Oh, you followed him, so it's instantly you." And yeah, it just gets annoying because sometimes when you're not the imposter, the smart kid will just accuse you for no reason. So that's why I didn't make a stereotype for the kid who just accuses everyone, because this basically is in line with the smart kid, okay? Because they act so smart, but then when they figure out that the person they just kicked out for no reason isn't the imposter, they just feel I don't get it. Like, they think they're so smart, but then when the person that they get out isn't actually it, then everyone just like hates them because now they have a less chance of winning. Now, of course, it's just a game. It's fine, but they're just so annoying. They act like they know everything, and they just don't. Half the time they know, like, nothing. They're probably in, like, 3rd grade playing this game and thinking that they know, like, trigonometry because they accuse someone because they apparently saw him on cams. And also, this is the kid that will ask for proof whenever he gets accused to be imposter. It was like, me? Not me. You need to give me proof. Because if you don't have proof, then it's not me. Because I'm smart, and proof is totally a thing in this game. Okay, guys. By the way, if you play Among Us and someone asks for proof, they're probably the imposter. And also, you literally can't give proof in a game like this unless you physically... Actually, no, you can't even type in certain, like, characters and stuff. So, even if you did take a screenshot and then send the link, no one would be able to get it. So, yeah, proof is just not a thing, okay? So just don't ask for proof, because no one's going to give it to you. Somebody's going to say, "I saw you on cams," and that's going to be the best proof you got. So, yeah. running down the list, we have the toxic kid. This is the kid that if they get shipped off to be the imposter, probably by the smart guy, and they turn out not to be the imposter, in the lobby for the next game, they're just gonna rant and rant and rant about how stupid everyone is because they chose you instead of everyone else. Now this I can kind of back up the smart kid for, because these kids are worse than the smart kids, okay? The toxic kids are the ones that think that they're better than everyone else because, I don't really know, because they just think they're better than everyone else. Oh, and did I mention that also when somebody accuses someone else that they don't think it is and they kick that person out and that's not the imposter, the entire rest of the lobby will be him screeching at everyone because he told you so that it was them, even when it might not even be them and he's just stupid. But sometimes they're right and other people are wrong, and then he just makes fun of them for games on end because he was right once and all the people were wrong once. So, yeah, there's way more to the toxic guy, but I really got to move down this list because I have a lot more for you guys. So, yeah, next we have the sore loser. This is like the relative. This is like the second cousin of the toxic guy, because the sore loser is the person that will instantly leave the game if they don't get imposter when they cannot be the crewmate. If they're the crewmate, they will leave the game. They just can't handle it, like, oh, dang it, I have to be the crewmate and not the imposter for once. It's so annoying. These kids are, they're just peak annoying. Basically all of them so far, but these kids are just annoying because you're trying to like play the game and you got like a full squad of 10 people and then like 5 of the people will leave because they didn't get imposter, and now you're down to 5 people and the game ends instantly. So those people are really annoying, and yeah, that's basically all they do. They just leave the game and screw the rest of the game over for you because they didn't get what they wanted. Next up we have the rich guy. The rich guy is the guy that bought like every single thing. Now I have bought both maps and a pet pack, but I still have like 4 other pet packs to go, and I'm not paying any more money than this because it's just not worth it. Buying the maps is kind of worth it. I mean, you could just mooch off of other people's buyings, and when they host a public server, you could just join it, because there's a ton of those. And whenever I host a Polis server, like, everyone just joins instantly because they just need to play on it. But yeah, the rich guy is the guy that's constantly flexing on you that they have a skin and you don't. And these guys aren't actually that easy to find in the game. Most people are not flexers, and they're all just like 6-year-old kids who think they're extremely cool and smart and funny and quirky and random. But yeah, occasionally you'll come across one of these people, and they just think they're better than you because they have more than you. Now, sometimes, you know what? No, never mind. That's not true, like, ever. Okay? Sometimes they might be cooler than you, but they're not cooler than you just because they bought something. So don't let those type of people bring you down because they bought the Polis map and you didn't want to spend money on the game. So, yeah, coming down the line, we have the dude with the bad internet. And to be totally honest, this totally represents me. This is the most basic stereotype right now. Not because of how common it is. It's actually not that common. But for me, it's so simple. It is the guy that has the terrible internet and disconnects from your friends' like party every 15 minutes because someone else is using their phone. And yeah, let me tell you, it is painful, okay? Next up, we got the guy that will like call the meeting, or like in the meeting will just constantly be talking about how it's not him and how he's not the imposter and all that stuff, and just like trying to raise suspicion about himself. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to capture a clip of this, but there was this one time where this dude just like purposely called like 3 meetings in a row to tell people that it's not him, and he ended up not even being the imposter, and it was just super annoying. So yeah, that's that dude. He's not the most complex, kind of basic Neanderthals, but Next up, we got the troll. Now, unlike the funny kid, the troll doesn't do it for laughs. He does it for, I don't really get why, but they just do it because they think it's funny. And sometimes, yes, it can be funny. Like, I have definitely been the troll before, and yes, it can be really funny sometimes. But sometimes, like, when I say the troll, I mean, like, the people that overdo it. They overdo it, and they're just trying way too hard to be funny, and it's really annoying. Next, we have the actual funny person. Now, this is the person that's actually got a decent sense of humor. Now, of course, that stuff depends on what your opinion is, and it doesn't, like, funny is different to everyone, but this is the kid that actually knows what funny means, okay? And this kid doesn't try as hard as the troll and the funny kid. When I say the funny kid in that weird, like, that weird tone, that means it's, like, sarcastic, the quote-unquote funny kid. This is the actual funny kid, and this is the kid who doesn't try as hard to be funny and just kind of is funny, okay? So these guys are actually pretty cool because they're really laid back most of the time, and they just really, like, no, you don't really get in fights with them or anything because they just don't try. And yeah. Next up, we have the Wannabe. Now, of course, some of you guys have probably seen, like, Kaif and some. I personally don't really make too many Among Us videos. This is, like, my second video. And, like, there are so many people out there that will just name themselves, like, Kaif or Stan to try to get clout on Among Us. Let me tell you about this, guys. Among Us is a game that costs $5 on the computer and freaking free on your phone, and this dude is trying to be like a professional streamer. Dog, everyone knows that if you're the admin and your name is Kaif and it says waiting for host, you're probably watching an ad on your free game, okay? So just stop. It's so dumb. Like, nobody cares. I always kick these people from my lobbies because they're just so annoying. And this isn't always true, but sometimes they'll just constantly be talking about how they're real and how not fake they are. They're not fake, guys. Did I mention that they're not fake? Did I mention that they're not fake? Yeah, these guys are not fake. Not fake, guys. So, yeah, that's the wannabe streamer guy. Next, we have probably, this is the most common stereotype, and I think everyone here knows it. The owl. This is the kid that will constantly, like, this is really common. This is the kid that will just, in the chat, just constantly be typing who, and it's so annoying. Like, it's just ludicrously obnoxious. That's just how basic it is. Next, we have the Sabotage spammer. Now, this really only works when you're actually the imposter or something like that. Now, the name of this stereotype is pretty straightforward. They spam the Sabotage, dead or alive, and they're not really, like, entitled Karens or anything like that. They're just trying to help their teammate, and I can get that, but sometimes it's just infuriating just how much they spam this thing. And I think if one thing Innersloth could do is, like, make a sabotage limit where you can't sabotage everything. Like, sometimes, I know they have cooldowns in the game, but sometimes, like, in earlier maps, like Mira or the Skeld, they just, like, when you close one thing, you still have the ability, Jesus Christ, you still have the ability to close other doors, and they should just have, like, an entire sabotage cooldown. That's just my opinion. If you don't like that, whatever. Next up, this is our final stereotype, guys. This is the tryhard. This is the kid that is in close relation to the rich guy. He's got all the skins, he's got all that, and yeah, your game is gonna end in like 2 minutes because this guy just kills everyone. Now, I am a bit of a tryhard sometimes, but, like, not always. I used to do this way more than I do now, but yeah. That's the tryhard. Now, let me know down in the comments which stereotype mostly describes you, because I would love to know, and I'm sure many other people in the comments would as well. So, make sure to type that down. I'm not gonna ask for like and subscribe or anything, because you could do that if you want. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.